The pomp and ceremony in downtown Belize City gave the general public a glimpse at the men and women who make the wheels of justice turn in Belize. Chief Justice Kenneth Benjamin inspected a guard of honor at the steps of the Supreme Court building on Regent Street, while his brother and sister judges and dozens of attorneys and other judicial officers watched. When the public formalities were finished, Benjamin and the team of puny judges retired to the Chief Justice's courtroom for the traditional review of the judicial year.
As it stands for the fiscal year 2012-2013, the allocation to the judiciary, inclusive of the magistracy, was budgeted at $8,193,546, being 1.05% of the national budget of $777,733,617.
The call for greater budgetary allocation has been a mainstay of this yearly exercise by the Chief Justice. But despite challenges, Benjamin highlighted various milestones for the judiciary in 2012, among them the launch of a new website, continuing education for officers of the judiciary, and the use of video conferencing technology to link Belize with the Caribbean Court of Justice. On the home front, the Chief Justice expressed concern about the alarming level of crimes, which pushed the courts to their limits in 2012.
The unprecedented number of cases involving violent crime, especially capital offenses, continues to be a source of alarm to the public. The reality is that the number of indictments being filed in the Supreme Court outnumbers the rate of disposition of pending cases. The criminal justice system is in crisis. As of January 11, 2013, the number of inmates at the Belize Central Prison awaiting trial in the Supreme Court stands at 181, of whom the overwhelming majority face trial for murder.
And just as he noted with concern the increasing amount of persons accused of murder needing assistance with representation, Chief Justice Benjamin said there is a ray of hope on the horizon.
To assist the process, Honorable Attorney General has positively responded to a recommendation for an increase in the honorarium payable to counsel assigned to capital cases, and such honoraria have been substantially increased both as to the per diem refresher as well as to the total amount payable.
When he was invited to address the court on the adjournment, President of the Bar Association, Andrew Marshallek, said that 2012 was a year of transition and a busy one on both the criminal and civil sides. Marshallek, like the Chief Justice, also expressed concern at the recent surge in crime and said it is a situation that needs urgent attention.
Last year, an unprecedented 148 killings were reported, and there are already some 10 more reported for this year. The continued surge in crime and violence, even in the face of policies implemented with a view to arresting it, coupled with public scrutiny of violent crime, have led to a significant erosion in the confidence of the general public in the capacity of the legal system to deliver justice. This explains in part the fear that gripped society on the discovery of the George Street slayings only last week. This erosion of confidence must be addressed as a matter of urgency.
To this end, Marshallek pledged the full support of the bar to work with the bench to address the situation. But he was also concerned about the security of tenure for judges, which he says will go a long way in upholding confidence in the judiciary.
Last year, we saw a number of judicial appointments both to the Supreme Court as well as to the Court of Appeal. We applaud those appointments which sought to confer security of tenure on those appointed. We remain, however, most concerned that a number of judges of both the Supreme Court and the Court of Appeal continue to serve under short-term contracts and struggle to fully appreciate why is it that some judges are readily favored with long-term appointments when others are not.
On the adjournment, Attorney General Wilfred Elrington congratulated the judiciary for the extraordinary work they carried out last year, despite the difficult circumstances. And he challenged the members of the private bar to get on board with the effort to make things better in the dispensing of justice in Belize.
We can give no account as to why they have to date not launched any sustained initiative for education of members of the private bar. There can be no doubt that that would conduce very greatly to the efficient disposition of cases in our courts and reduce the delay, and certainly will reduce drastically the extortionate costs of legal services to the public, to the Belizean public. This, my lord, is the information age. And I think that every single jurisdiction, private bar has some system of continuous education.
The Chief Justice also noted that judges have been reassigned in an effort to even out the workload, and he says he intends to also sit in on criminal cases as he has done last year, including the first ever trial without a jury.
Honorable Mr. Justice Truadio Gonzalez now sits in Belize City in the Central District, and his former assignment to Belmopan in the Central District and Southern District of Dangriga and Punta Gorda has been taken up by the Honorable Mr. Justice Dennis Hanneman Singh. Honorable Justice Herbert Lord now sits in the Northern District. In the year 2012 of Chief Justice, I have exercised my stated prerogative to sit in the Criminal Division, presiding over 2 trials, including the first trial by a judge sitting without a jury. For 2013, it is my intention to continue to assist in the Criminal Division where the exigencies of the caseload so allow.
Reporting for Love News, I am Patrick Jones.